Eurovision party people, welcome to Eurovision is my religion. Eurovision week is already upon us and we're serving you a newbie's guide to semi-final 2. I'm your host today, Gerda, and with me I have most likely to break into dance listening to Estonia's song, Kotrina.
Yeah, that's a fair comment.
I'm trying to keep it fair. Yeah. And most likely to remind us that Kaino's Spirit in the Sky was a much better option than this year's Norway's Choice. August.
Also very true, very fair, very accurate. Forever in my heart.
We'll see how the Norway compares in this semi-final. So for those living under rock, the semi-final 2 is on Thursday this week. We have 16 countries participating in the semi-final 2. Only 10 will make it to the grand final on Saturday. For those who missed our semi-final 1 guide, just a reminder that starting from this year, only the televote counts in the semi-finals, and it will start from the very first performance of the night. So no need to wait till the end to cast your votes.
Wow.
Which really helps the countries performing towards the start of the night, right? Because historically these performances would be forgotten. Now, if you see something you like, you can vote for it straight away. Amazing.
Great.
Nice.
Spend your money. Cool. Let's run through the countries participating in the semi-final 2. Kicking us off in the first performance position, we have Malta, represented by Sara Bonici and her song Loop. Currently predicted to not qualify by the bookies in the 15th position, which we will surely discuss our opinions about that placing because I do have opinions. Following her, we have Albania, Bessa with her song Titan. Currently also predicted to not qualify, 12th in the placing by the bookies, probably influenced by her second order position, which is also known as a dev spot in the Eurovision community. Following them, we have Greece with Marina Sati and her song Zari. Comfortably predicted to qualify, third in the odds currently, and overall a very exciting performance. Following Greece, we'll have Switzerland, one of the favorites to win Eurovision this year. Presenting Switzerland, we have Nemo with the song The Code. Currently predicted to be second in the semi-final qualification and to comfortably qualify. We'll see how that evolves during the night. Following them, we have Czechia, represented by Aiko and her song Pedestal. Put myself on a pedestal. I will be loving me more, loving me. Very low in the odds by the bookies, currently in the last position, 16th, and predicted to not qualify. Following Aiko, we'll have one of the Big Five performance, so Big Five automatically qualified to the final, so no need to cast your votes for those countries. The first Big Five performer of the semi-final 2 will be France, and the performer's name is Slimane, and his song is Mon Amour. Very French indeed. And to give us a slightly different vibe, it will be followed by Austria's performance, Kalin. She says that we will rave during her performance, which is coincidentally also the song title. She is predicted to qualify, but very borderline, currently in the 9th position, and we will see whether that will align with the outcome of the night. After Kalin's performance, we will move on to Denmark. Denmark is represented by Saba this year and her song Sand. Currently expected to not qualify in the 11th position, but again, a very borderline placing by the bookies, so we will see whether there will be any changes. And then closing off the first half is Armenia, represented by a duo, Lada Niva, and their song Yako.
Yesachchikem azat yeskaparem duel.
Which is a very fun ethnic entry for those who are fans of these kind of songs. So guys, any surprises in the bookies' predictions for the first half of the semi-final too?
You know what I noticed? There is quite a big gap between the 10th and 11th places in the bookies' predictions. The gap is much bigger than what we have in semi-final 1. In semi-final 2, Georgia, who's currently 10th, according to the bookies, has 73% chance qualifying. Denmark, which is 11, only has 40%. So
Okay,
the
wow.
drop is massive.
Mm-hmm.
I think bookies are off. Quite a bit off.
Sure.
Off there.
First of all, can we start with Malta, please?
Oh, I do not understand Malta. Why is she so low?
I really think she can qualify. She is serving the vibes, the Chanel vibes that we have been missing the past couple of years, right? And a lot of people enjoy this kind of music. And she has really perfected her dance, her vocals. She's serving.
She's serving, her dancers are serving.
Yeah.
Her dancers, I believe, are serving the abs that I so wanted to see in Austria's performance, which I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And just overall sounds like the gay anthem of the summer, right? Like a very boppy vibe. The dance break done really well. Probably the best dance break.
Yes.
Of this year's Eurovision.
I think she's going through. Bookies have no clue what you're talking about. Obviously, things can still change as we are recording this quite a few days before the semi-final.
Don't give out our secrets.
I'm just conscious that by the time this goes out, she might be in the odds to qualify. Yeah, but as it stands right now, I think Malta will qualify. I also think there might be a space for one. We'll get to San Marino later. Okay, I'm not going to talk about San Marino yet. Let's talk about what I think might not qualify, and that's Austria.
Yes, I agree with Austria. I think
she's just not giving the energy that you would like from a song like this.
Been very underwhelming so far. I also, in the first rehearsal, saw her taking off this white bathrobe, and I just don't know whether she's gonna keep it in the final or in the semi-final. But that was not aligning to the rave vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's wearing robes to raves, like those kind of robes to raves. And trust me, I've been to 1 or 2 raves in the past.
Back in the day.
Back in the day when I was young and energetic. For me, this could be the biggest flop.
Absolutely. I think it could be the so-called shock non-qualifier, but not sure how much of a shock that is. Because by the time the chorus comes, right, there are no lyrics, so there is nothing to sing about. But there is no cool dance break either. She's just, she's moderately active on the stage.
Moderately active.
But it's not giving me rave vibes. Sorry, Austria.
Not
Sorry,
rave,
Colleen.
No, I don't think she's pretending to be dark rave, but I get your point. She's kind of moderately alluring, like some model moving a little bit, but not the amount of energy that you probably would need for a song like this to be impactful.
Yeah. The other one is Armenia. Bookies are quite confident about it. And I can see why. Eurovision needs these kind of songs. It's fun. It's cultural. The singer looks very charismatic. She can sing. But I don't think it's always a guarantee with these kind of songs. So that's in my opinion, could be another shock non-qualifier.
Right. Interesting.
Alongside Estonia. Sorry, I have so many. I'm so unsure about the semi. Mm-hmm. I love Estonia. As per my intro, I'm gonna dance their dance. But having seen their first rehearsal clips, I also found it a little bit underwhelming. I don't know, I don't think there was anything. I don't think they have done much with the visuals or the stage.
Mm.
So what about the second half? Who do we have?
So in the second half, we have performing in the 9th running order position, Latvia with Dons and his song Hollow.
The egg.
It's killing me slow. Try to make me just another believer. Everybody just pretending they're preachers.
the Donzi egg, currently unfortunately predicted to continue Latvia's non-qualification streak. Bookies are giving him the 13th position. And then we'll move on to our second act from the Big Five. We'll have Spain, represented by a duo Nebulosa and their song Zora. I'm probably mispronouncing Zora because I haven't done Duolingo in a while, but very fun and exciting performance. We, I think, are all fans of Nebulosa. Then moving on, in the 10th running order position, we have San Marino, and San Marino is represented by another Spanish band, Megara, and their song 1111. Currently, again, predicted to non-qualify in the 14th position. And then we move on to our firefighter from Georgia, Nutsa Buzdaladze, who is also trying to break Georgia's non-qualification streak. Bookies are currently in her favor and placing her in the 10th position to qualify. And she will be followed by a very impressive performance from Belgium. And the singer representing Belgium this year is Musti with a song Before the Party's Over. He's been one of the frontrunners at the start, but has been surprisingly dropping in the odds, so he's currently in the 7th position. Still expected to qualify from the grand final, but maybe not as comfortably as previously believed. And then we're back to party vibes, even though Musti said the party might be over. So we have Estonia with 5 minutes and pull up.
Come on, Gerda.
You know what I wrote? I wrote all of the song names and I just wrote a very long song title next to Estonia. Apologies for anyone who wanted to hear the song title. I will not read it out.
The drug song.
The drug song. We just called it the drug song. Currently expected to qualify in the 8th position. Very fun entry. No doubt we'll talk about that. And then we'll get another performance from the Big Five. The final one of the night, we have Italy, represented by Angelina Mango and La Noia. I'm sure, no doubt, that she would qualify even if she did have to qualify, because she's just truly unforgettable. And then 14th in the running order will be Israel, represented by Eden Golan and her song Hurricane.
Every day I'm losing my mind, holding on in this mysterious ride.
Currently predicted to qualify. Bookies are predicting 6th position, followed by Norway. Norway is not represented by Kaino this year, unfortunately, to August. The band representing Norway is called Gote, and their song Ulvelham, another Vichy entry. I'm sure we'll have lots of fans, and bookies are predicting them to qualify in the 5th position, so fairly comfortable prediction. And then to wrap things up for the night, we have a clear fan favorite. Netherlands are represented by Just Klein this year and his song Europapa. He's very, very comfortably sitting in the odds in the 1st position, and probably has been sitting in the odds in that position ever since the odds have been announced for the semi-final too. Very iconic entry, very clear fan favorite. So guys, do you agree with the bookies' predictions for the semi-final too?
Agree with the predictions for the Netherlands. Definitely. I think Netherlands might be winning the televote not only in the semi, but in the grand final on Saturday as well. For me, I feel this is the prime contender to get a lot of televote, a crazy amount of televote. I also think he's still keeping a lot under the hood. Maybe not too much. Maybe not. Obviously, with these final rehearsals, they have to rehearse as it's gonna be. But in terms of what's getting released on social media, I think they are curating it in a way so that it's not revealed in its full.
Exactly. And he's been trolling the fans, showing this Angry Birds-like character dressed in European Union flag-like fur, which has not been appearing on the stage or might be appearing on the stage.
Yeah.
He's been kind of
What's
messing.
with him and birds? Because he's also been doing collabs with Duolingo.
Oh,
check out his social media and scroll like a few weeks back. He has a lot of reels with the Duolingo green birdie as well.
Duolingo has the most unhinged social media team, so not surprised that like this pairing of two unhinged characters just I think works really well. But yeah, generally read that they are trying to keep it under wraps, so I'm sure the staging will have some surprises, even to the ones who are following the competition quite closely.
Right. So in terms of where I do disagree with the bookies, not a strong disagreement, but I think from this half we might have a couple of shock qualifiers, non-qualifiers. My prime contenders probably are San Marino. I actually think they do have a chance of qualifying. I think their costumes, their performance really improved since the semis and since the pre-parties. I think there might be a spot for one girly rock song, and I think that's going to be San Marino and not Czechia. That could be my surprise qualifier. And in terms of shock non-qualifiers, despite my love for them, I fear it might be Estonia. It's just because, at least from the rehearsals footage that we've seen, I found the staging a bit underwhelming. I'm not sure the staging and how they addressed telling the story that they are telling so well in their music video, for instance. And I'm just worried they might be left misunderstood. And, the staging and the props are just not bringing the best out of them. But I hope to be wrong. We only seen the snippets, so we'll see.
We do want to dance the dance. So.
Oh, the dance I will dance. Yeah. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I was shocked about Musti's placing in the odds. I guess he's still expected to qualify, but he was always in my mind as one of those front runners and kind of seemed to have dropped significantly in the odds. And then another one that I didn't expect to be so low in the odds, despite still predicted to qualify, is Georgia. I feel like they spent probably the equivalent of Georgia's GDP on the fire props.
Oh, it's amazing visually.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And I feel like...
And the vocals as well.
If she doesn't qualify, I feel like Georgia might pull out of Eurovision because what else can they do? Like they are bringing this superstar, giving her all this budget. She sings well, she dances well. Okay, maybe it's like an exceptionally strong year, but still, like to be just borderline qualifying according to the bookies is a big surprise to me.
Agreed. I hope Georgia makes it. And I wish I could say the same about Latvia, because I feel so sorry about for them. I had hope up until I saw the rehearsal clips. They are not really elevating the staging is not elevating the song.
And he looked very stiff on the stage. I don't know. He didn't look, at least in the first rehearsal, comfortable in that environment.
Yeah. And once again, in the music video, he had like multiple copies of himself, like a lot of the similar characters to himself. He could have brought more people, more dancers to try and tell the story of having this internal conflict and being torn. But instead, he's just standing by a circle and has some pretty visuals, but there is no drama on stage. There is no edge. There is no soul being torn apart.
Egg being opened.
Or egg being opened.
as do Finland.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I wonder if they will do some sort of a collab. The Finnish egg.
And in terms of Belgium, I think the reason why he might have been sliding down in the odds is, once again, I think people really expected a bit more drama from him. Having seen the music video on the stage, he looks a bit more like boy band singer, very sleek, very pretty, with his white clothing that he takes away. Maybe people wanted something a bit edgier and just rustier, dramatic.
I don't know, Katrina, I was counting the number of microphones. So at least he's going to win the battle of having the most microphones this year.
Mhm.
After seeing Moldova's
But please,
performance.
please imagine if João Borcht actually won the Portuguese national
No.
final and if he happened to be placed in the same semi and the same half. Like,
That would be so cool.
It would be so funny.
I wonder how much are the microphones in the Eurovision props list. Are they quite high up in terms of the price range?
It's so random.
What about you, Oge? Any surprises in the second half? Any notable positions by the bookies that you would like to contest?
I don't know. I'm not thinking about that. I'm more slightly afraid of what will happen when Israel sings the song. I hope that nothing, no big tension happens in the arena. And I really don't know how that will pan out. I'm a bit concerned, honestly.
About her safety or the vibe in the arena?
Maybe both. Yeah, maybe.
Of course, there will be tension. That's there is a reason why she's asked to stay at the hotel room, and she's not even allowed to leave her hotel room. Yeah,
I think they increased the security in terms of the safety of the participants, but we all know how easy it is for like random people to get on stage.
Yeah.
We've seen those events happen in Eurovision, sporting events, and so on. So it's very easy to kind of mess something up, and hopefully people can stay safe. And just quick sneak peek into who's performing as an interval act in the semi-final too. So it's
please tell me it's ABBA.
Guys.
No?
When you open up like that, I can only give you disappointments.
Come on.
Start with low expectations.
Oh, no. ABBA
Michael Jackson.
ABBA will perform in the final, actually. Yeah. They're saving ABBA for the final.
Let's assume so. Yeah, not semi-final too. So
ABBA's 50th winning anniversary. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
ABBA in the final.
Because I was really excited about this performance, but when you start with ABBA, I mean...
Okay. Yeah. ABBA for the final. Okay, now for the... For, what do they have here?
Presley.
So...
Prince.
So random. Oh my God.
Freddie Mercury.
Oh, I love him. He's so good.
Yeah, he's so good.
Okay, sorry. Can I try and guess? Would I guess? Would I have a guess?
Are
they a previous Eurovision performer?
Yes.
They are?
Yes.
Is this months?
No.
Are they from Sweden?
So one of them is?
One of them?
Exactly. If you allowed me to introduce them, I would introduce the concept and then you could...
If it's
It's
multiple,
a duo.
it's the Beatles. Because it's multiple.
Okay, Gogus. Okay, Garda, please take over.
Right. So for the first time on the Eurovision stage, we will have a sing-along performance. And the sing-along performance will be performed by 3 previous Eurovision winners.
3 winners.
Now you can guess.
Months.
No.
Oh, Lordy.
No.
Alexander Rybak.
Oh.
He
No.
loves you. No?
No.
Duncan Lawrence?
No.
The Portuguese.
No. I think you're thinking a bit more current than the actual performers.
Oh.
But
Ruslana.
similar kind of decade. I will just read out because this is getting a bit too long. You may not remember the artist, but I do remember their songs. So I think generally it will be a very exciting performance. So
The Greece.
Helena Paparizou.
Of course.
From
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she won the Eurovision in 2005 with a song My Number One, currently performed by Katrina in the background.
I'm sorry.
Then with her Sertab Erener from Turkey 2003, another winner perform the song Every Way That I Can.
Yeah, of course.
Every way that I can.
Yeah.
Yes. And then finally,
God, these are such blasts from the past.
I know, such bangers. And then finally with them will also be Charlotte Perrelli, who won Eurovision in 1999 with the song Take Me to Your Heaven for Sweden. So yes, sure, it's worse than ABBA, but I mean, it's a very exciting performance. I think I will be singing all night long. May not have my voice left by the end of the week, but sorry.
Oh, that's
not sorry.
such an exciting sing-along and like 3 big Eurovision divas coming back. Amazing. Can't believe I totally missed this announcement, and I'm just so glad it's not one of these more recent personalities that we see every single year. So amazing.
I'm sure Mans will make an appearance at some point. No doubt about that, even though there were some announcements that he wouldn't participate in this year's Eurovision. I do not believe in such nonsense. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We are very excited for the semi-final too, and also the final on Saturday. Tune in to debrief the Eurovision week with us on Monday.
Sure.
Sometime
Next week.
in the future.
Tune in to debrief the Eurovision week with us next week, where we will surely have opinions and reactions to what happened in both of the semifinals and the grand final. Cool. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
See your spirit in the